Kayak Fishing Tales is brought to you by Ocean Kayak, makers of the Trident series of fishing kayaks and the new Torque, featuring a Minn Kota motor. While shooting an episode of the Kayak Fishing Show with Jim Salmons in the East Cape of Baja, Matt Moyer and Howard McKim both hooked into Marlin and the fight of their lives.
Calm before the storm. I think we're in.
That's what I like to hear. When Howard says it's fishy, I believe him.
Howard is just so casual, so calm, and he just was fighting the fish. I was like, oh, he's got a little fish, and then all of a sudden, wham! This huge marlin comes dancing across the water, and I mean, my arms just went straight into the air. I couldn't believe it. My jaw dropped. I was like, that is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen.
Armed with only 20-pound test on a musky rod, Howard somehow manages to keep the mammoth marlin at only a stone's throw, but it's quickly dragging him out into the Sea of Cortez and deeper water. The rest of the crew struggle to keep up, when suddenly the incredible happens. Matt's rod bends in half as another massive marlin grabs hold. Now the mayhem begins in earnest.
It
was just crazy because Howard was already on that 250 plus pound blue marlin, and I was kind of racing to kind of get out there. As I was paddling, all of a sudden I hear the splashing behind me.
Oh man, this is insane.
Pretty tight, huh?
Oh man, that's our first double hookup.
And we all started out with a 10-day run. The reels ain't catching, they're just spitting mud. How am I gonna get out of this 10-day run? How am I gonna get out of this 10-day run? I called her name till I couldn't get my job. From the window she said, I ain't letting you up, not till you dig yourself out of this.
My first marlin from a kayak, and I think the most amazing part's when you don't know what you have at first and then see it jump out of the water right in front of you, and definitely know you're in for a long battle then. I think mine went about 4.5 hours, maybe a little more, I don't really know, but several hours there where you're just hanging on back and forth, and not too dramatic, but the beginning and the ending is out of control, and more than I ever hoped for.
Not often when I'm down here that I get to fish. I'm usually guiding clients and spending time with them, so I don't get a lot of time to fish. I'm really looking forward to fishing on this trip, and basically got about 2 hours of fishing on the first day because of Howard hooking up and then Maddie hooking up and me feeling like, you know, this is still my spot. It's still my job to kind of help them out with those bigger fish. And I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Just chasing my heart, but I'm feeling now like I'm falling apart. I should have listened to you when I had the chance.
I have a lot of days where I think I'll never forget this day, and that's always a sure sign for me that it was a good story or a great day and had an all-day fight. Right now, that's definitely on the top of the memory.
Good job, Howard.
These roads I've been traveling down.
For more tips and your chance to win a fantastic kayak fishing package that includes an Ocean Kayak Trident fishing kayak and ex officio clothing, visit kayakfishingshow.com.